Yeah, but cool. When you go and claim, backside the form, you are grieving. So you don't check those forms. So you aside and aside and aside. You sign over that the 30,000 must be paid to them. So they recover their 50,000 rent, cost to build the funeral, and they make a profit on the 15,000.
Yo.
Yeah, we get our hustle. It's your hustle, bro.
Welcome to Gonyamba Lifestyle Estate in North Riding, Equestrian Estate. We've got vacant stands. Land is available here. Investments starting from 195,000 rands, from 250 squares, 350 squares, 400 squares. It's totally up to you. People are buying double stand, triple stand, 4 stands. Get in touch with ekasinobleproperties.com or 079-275-8821. We'll put it all in the description. It's the beginning of the year. People are thinking about their careers. It's 2024. Today we decided let's focus on an insurance masterclass. So I decided to go get an insurance expert, somebody who's been in the insurance space for more than 10 years, somebody who started from the bottom, somebody who's done funeral insurance, different financial services products, he's worked for different companies, and he just decided, okay, cool, Sbu, I will bless you with my presence so as to educate our young brothers and sisters out there, even some of you guys who are maybe just doing your last year at varsity, or maybe you're starting out in the insurance industry, you'd like to know how to grow in this insurance space. Even clients out there, maybe you're somebody who pays your insurance premiums every month and you don't know much about insurance. You just know but sometimes you hear stories of pay out, what happened? Or you even hear about car insurance, accident, but insurance, and those types of things. So the conversation today is around the insurance space. And I'm quite excited that I've got Makalo. How you doing, my brother?
I'm
honored to have you here, and I'm quite excited because I have had an opportunity to work with you at the Hustlers Academy.
100%. That's for it.
For those who don't know, what is the Hustlers Academy and what was the work we were doing there?
Yeah, before that, I'd just like to say hi to interviewers. It's a privilege and an honor to be here. And I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today. It's a space that I'm passionate about. And then you get and expose as many people as possible to this list. But to get back to your question, so Hustlers Academy really had, Hustlers Academy were actually together to paint first entrepreneurs, but we were really entrepreneurs from the space of insurance. And the idea was, and still is, to take in an ordinary Makalo from Nukaseri or from Renda, wherever, we just says, I little opportunity that, right? And we take you to the truth to talk about training in insurance, get you the qualifications that they grow you as a salesperson within the insurance space. Because that's what drives, you always talk about business. Any business is driven by saying, and insurance is a numbers game. The more clients you have, there's more money in that. So we teach you how to sell. From teaching you how to sell, we teach you how to manage your business and become a broker and go all the way up to ownership. So that was the purpose, and that's the purpose of Hustlers Academy. And I think we had a great time. And I'm happy to, the young people that work with us, like the likes of Tabo, is now working on his own, running his own approach. Some other guys have really grown from what we taught them, and therefore feeling what we wanted them to. Some of them have reached brokerage status. Some of them are now absorbed in the big corporates in South Africa, insurance companies. They're working there as business managers. Some are working there as agents. So, really that idea was to build people in that space. And I think it was a beautiful idea to be shoot.
So I can be an agent in the street doing door-to-door selling, confronting customers on a one-on-one basis. But I also hear, Guti, there's also other agents who tackle clients at a call center environment. Yeah.
Look, the agent level is different, right? So you've got what we call face to face. And those are the guys that will either stand in the malls and pitch clients as they're passing. We've got those who do home visits, they will knock at different doors, interact with those. You've got those who are on the call center. You would respond to an advert, or then do cold calling and calling and pitching directly. There are even those, and some that junior up there, those who are now digital, right? So they would put out information, they'll put out product information, or they'll do what we call product placement. And that product placement would make you respond, and they would fulfill the entire customer experience just from the phone. You punching in, they ask you questions, you answer. And when they're doing that, they're asking you qualifying questions and they're underwriting. Now, that space, the digital space, is very, very few. I think people are doing it extremely well. Without mentioning name, it's a car brand. They're doing extremely well. There's two actually. They do car insurance. And they're doing very well where people are underwriting themselves without having to speak to a physical human being. But we know at the back end, there's still human interaction that ensure that the policy is taken. So, we're shifting from, well, we're not shifting. We've added is door-to-door or face-to-face. There's the call center, which we call contact centers. And then there's the digital placement, where for feeling the experience on your own on the digital platform.
So that's converting the leads into actual clients, actual paying clients, monthly paying clients.
100%.
Okay.
And you can do that within the 3 spheres.
Yeah.
Because you can, if I put out a great advert, digital on Facebook, browsing Facebook, and you see an advert from Insurance X, right? And maybe insurance, let's just call this insurance Solved, for a lack of a better word.
Yeah, solved. Let's say solved.
Yeah, solved. So Solved Insurance goes out and they do an advert. You respond to that advert on their Facebook, right? And they are robotists. And this is what they built behind interact with it.
Their system, right?
Their system, the system, and they're deciding and they become a pay account. The other one is the conventional two under there, calling and the both of them. But all 3 of them are really well. But I'm excited about what's happening in the space of the digitally. The digital migration or AI that people are putting into place. I think just want to present a new way in which the underwrite customs.
And I think I must congratulate a new company, but I had a pleasure of sitting with them in their office. Actually, if I pushed hard enough and if I was serious, I would have jumped into that opportunity because it was early days when they were starting their company, and I see them growing really well. They're doing well. They're called Pineapple Insurance. I've also seen Naked Insurance.
Yeah.
But Pineapple Insurance, I know the guys are starting it. Very proud of you guys. Congratulations with all of your partners that you've done, raising money, building your startup to where you are right now, and just the growth trajectory that you guys are on. Thank you for the inspiration. It's beautiful to see a Black-owned digital insurance company that is there giving people an experience to insure themselves. Insuring my phone, insuring my laptop, insuring my car on my own phone without having to go to any office. I think that's an amazing offering.
In fact, now that you've mentioned, so Pineapple is really exciting. So if you look at Pineapple and Pineapple and one, Naked, I'll explain later on, right? The different types of companies that are there. So it falls part of what we call the tech fins, right? So it's your tech.
Fintechs.
Yeah, fintech, yeah. Fintech. So it's the financial services businesses but using technology. And they big on that. And I think for those of you who drive around at Johannesburg and see the billboards on Naked Grey, they say you don't have to wait for a call center. So which means that we eliminated the call center, that eliminated the door-to-door sales when it says, look, interact with us on our platform and get what you want on your own. So it's actually I call them the Ubers of insurance because it's at your request. So it's the Netflix of insurance. I want it now and I can get it now. And I think that's the beauty of it. It's a new space which I believe we can grow into, and I think people must jump onto that because although South African market is still mainly traditional, but there's room for it to grow. If you look at what's happening within the TikTok space, I mean, South African TikTok is carried by Fintech TikTok, in my view. If you look at how much Sweden TikTok is out there, baby TikTok is out there, it's massive, right? And that's why you get guys in the Muscat industry doing coming online and putting 2.2 views. So there is a shift within how the South African consumer is consuming these digital platforms. And I think those two guys, Pineapple and Naked, are going to need the space, and there's an opportunity, right, to solve for many firms that are still very much traditional, So it's quite exciting. Young people,
you've just created your own name, and for me, I'm going to put it to you as a challenge to go start your own company one day, called Solved, because you've just spoken of it. You said, for lack of a better word, Solved.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, what a nice name. That's already a nice name.
Because ultimately, I've been in insurance for many years. I started my insurance journey back at a company called Fenderies. Used to have what we call a Reliant.
Yo, I remember Fenderies. Yo, hey, can't Joshua. You got an uncle in the furniture business.
That's how popular those brands were. You can still remember the slogan today, right? So I started my journey there, and I was selling Vivo. And then I went to join the NIC guys with Tory Dubs, but back then it was called Land. And that's where I really got into the space of understanding insurance. And we've done amazing things in that space. But there is that opportunity, right? And what I wanted to say is that insurance in its home, insurance, the goal is, from a customer perspective, is to solve. So it's in that when your car breaks down, you end up money, the insurance must be able to solve your risk. And that's why insurers manage risk, because that's what it is. And they say, in the event that this thing happens, we want you to be green. So any insurance company that focuses on solving problems with customers, I think they're going to win.
What type of insurance companies are there? Let's start from the top, and then let's just teach us who don't know about insurance. Let's make it a beginner's insurance masterclass, for lack of a better word.
Okay, so what we will do,
I think, speak to them.
Yeah. So what we will do, right? We will look at insurance from a perspective, and let's start first by saying financial services. Excuse me. In financial services, I'm speaking banks. I'm speaking insurance companies, and so that's what we've got. We've got what we call the financial services industry in South Africa. It's made up by banks and insurance companies. Then I play in the space of insurance, and then the insurance umbrella is so huge, right? You've got what we call short-term and long-term insurance. And the short-term and long-term insurance, so short-term is your car hire. Your car insurance with your own content and so forth. Those are, we call them short-term because they don't present a long-term cover. So if I'm covering you for a life cover, right, I'm predicting that I'm going to cover you for 10 years or 40 years, so it becomes long-term. That's the simplest way to understand it. Long-term is the things that you cover for long. So your funeral, and which is what we're going to focus on today, and life covers, is what we call the long-term insurance. So they are broken down into two. They are regulated by the FSCA.
What is the FSCA?
The FSCA is the financial sector. Oh, perhaps I forgot the name. But okay, so we get it. Yeah, because I'm so used to calling it that.
It used to be the FSB, right?
Yeah, it used to be the Financial Services Board, right? Yeah, then it changed. Yeah, okay, become a regulated. It's a regulated board now that regulates the insurance company. And that's very important for people who are in the sector, right? This sector is extremely, listen to me, it's extremely and it's heavily regulated. And I think some of these regulations, and there's many arguments in the market to say, maybe perhaps there's an over-regulation. But if we don't regulate, then we don't protect the premiums that are paid by policyholders. So you got to understand that premiums, so the money that you paid to get cover, it's called premium, and those premiums belong to you as a policyholder. So it becomes important that the industry becomes regulated, because if it's not, it could be open up to abuse. It could be open up to all sorts of things. So when an industry is regulated, it shows the importance of that industry.
But consumers are being looked after,
and that consumers are being
protected, right?
And that's the protect, and that's the purpose of regulation. You have to remember, around 2008, South Africa had started with the National Credit Regulator, NCR. That thing avoided a mess in South Africa, because when the US got hit by recession as a result of bad lending, because we had that regulation and we were practicing regulated lending, lending about unsecured lending and secured lending, that assisted us in South Africa. It cushioned the growth in terms of our financial institutions that were lending money, right? So we should never perceive regulation as something that is against you. It's there to help you protect and you to run an efficient business so that you can deliver to your customers. And I know it's hectic. Regulation is hectic, and regulation is hectic because people don't want to play in the space of regulation.
Yeah,
but so the FSCD is the regulatory board which takes care and make sure that we're all safe, both the customer, both the clients, and the people that participate within the space of insurance.
So continue. No, what is a broker? What is an agent? What is a JR? How do you move up the ladder? I mean, what are the... So bring it down for us in simple terms.
So let's begin the journey from Makalo. Was it am I 13? Just finished project, because and for the longest time, the insurance industry has been so the entry level jobs have been for those people without matric for the longest time. There has been some regulatory changes now. They require you to have a matric. So you come in and probably you start your journey as an agent. So agent, we teach you product, right? We teach you the product, and because today we're focusing on fuel specifically, we'll teach you the product, the funeral product. We'll do a compliance training so that you understand the regulation and where you're within the framework that you're going with, and you start selling, right? And those who are really good in selling, with your running beat and the customers will then sell, and how majority of the insurance company, and I'll explain the good part. A majority of the insurance companies, what they will do is they will take you in, they will pay you commission, and the good insurance companies, they pay you a recurring commission. So you sort of like build your own book, which is what we're doing at us in this academy. You were coming in, we're teaching you how to sell, and you were building your own book. So you build your own book to a certain level, right? And once you build to a certain level, and that can be decided by you, right? Then you can register a business, a formal business, right? Makalo Financial Services, or Makalo Soul, or Soul, and Financial Services. And then you register an entity, right? And you can then become a JR. A JR is a juristic way, right? The JR operates like an agent. The difference is that the JR operates, it's a business, right? And majority of the insurance companies don't like it because you're a separate entity, but you're operating on their license.
As a JR is the same thing as a broker.
Yeah, it mimics a broker.
Okay.
The difference is that the JR does not have a license. So the JR is not approved by the FSCU. The JR is not approved by FSCU. You're not an FSP, You're not an approved financial service provider. So because you're not approved financial service provider, you then rely on the license of the FSP. Now the FSP could be a broker, could be an insurance company, right? Because even the insurance companies are financial service provider. So because you as a JR don't have, you will then be registered under the FSP, right? And you operate on their license. So you operate like an agent. For an example, Naked would hire agents. Most agents would operate under that.
Let's talk about your Solved.
Yeah.
If Solved were to hire
agent, right? Most agents would be registered at the FSCD. So we're going to call it an agent register form. They'll be registered with, right? So that the FSCD knows that there is this agents that are registered under this FSP, and they work and they do everything under this FSP. That's it.
That's it?
So that JR and agent basically do the same thing.
Okay.
No, we're going to get to
Okay. With that being said, earlier on we said FSCA. You told me what is the meaning of that? It's a Financial Sector Conduct Authority. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority, the FSCA, is responsible for market conduct, regulation, and supervision. And when you hear him referring to FSP, that's a financial services provider. You hear I'm an advert on a bank all the time on radio and TV. At the end of the advert, there's always that voice that says, "Ban is a registered financial services provider."
Yeah. And then for one you want that because that's quite important. So you could be an approved. So Solved could be a FSP. So it's an approved financial service provider, right? But that being an FSP doesn't necessarily mean you're an insurer. And I'll tell you the difference. Then this is why I'll say that because in the advert it will say an approved, it will be FSP, blah, 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 blah. And if it's an insurance company, it'll say, and a registered insurer. Right? Very important to understand, and I'll explain this thing. So a JR really just mimics a broker. The only difference is that you're operating under FSP. And then you would grow yourself as a JR, you are making enough money, you've got proper, what we call operational ability. Because what a JR does, or a juristic rep does, it takes away from you having your own compliance, so you rely on the compliance for the FSP. It takes away, and the compliance is the biggest issue, right? And I'll speak about that when you're about to apply for that local license. So once you've achieved a certain level of recurring commission, and you've achieved what we call operational ability, now you're running yourself as a business. And let's say you started as an agent, you registered your own company, a recurring commission is coming to you, and so now you're making about 20,000 then recurring commission.
So starting my own business means I can go, what I used to be, I can go hire newer, younger people who I can train to become the agents themselves now. So now they are under my brokerage firm.
Yes.
And they are also getting commission.
Yes.
And then me now, I'm also under, let me not say underwritten. You said I'm under a FSP. Well, I'm not an FSP if I'm a broker.
No, these are a broker at FSP.
Or if I'm a broker, I'm an FSP. Yeah, if you got a question, you can ask, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, no, off.
Yeah, no. Get your mic. Yeah, so that every time, because that's what I want us to ask him, because this is a masterclass. We're learning here about insurance. So continue, bro.
Yeah. So the difference between broker and JR. JR allows you to operate, very principle, it allows you to operate as a broker, operated under an insurer, or under an FSP, because Solved FSP can have Zama, a JR can have Mabuya Kunu JR, right? Operated under them, because you operated under my license. I put you under my license. Therefore, I take care of your compliance. I make sure that you are compliant. I make sure that you, within that space, we are doing everything that will not jeopardize my license.
At the stage that we are in now,
yeah.
Who's paying for the claims?
So if the FSP is the insurer, is the insurance paying the claims? Okay. Claims are a insurer. Claims you pay them claims are taken care of by the insurer. Remember how insurance works. Solved Insurance would say, we are willing to underwrite funeral for 30,000 and we want a premium of 100 rand. And let me explain this way. And then that premium would include commission. Commission for the person that sells, commission for the people that underwrite, for the people that do administration. And then whatever is left goes into what we call the risk premium. The risk premium is what we've calculated to say, in order for us to cover somebody for 30,000, we need to charge them X amount of money.
Because you do your numbers before. So you've got actuaries who do the number crunching before you can decide that this premium will be this much. Numbers have already been calculated.
Absolutely. And that forms a big part of insurance. It forms a big part of insurance. Majority of the insurance companies get into trouble because they don't do their pricing correct. So let me give you a scenario what I mean when we come back to what we're talking about. So if you say to me, my insurance, I'm insuring this modifier can for 100, right? And I'm going to assume that the risk of this can is 15 rands, right? That's how much it cost me to replace it, right? It's 15 rand. And I then would issue out, then I would say, what is the pricing analyst would say, what is the probability that this can will disappear, right? And then they will do their numbers, then look at age, then look at what's the theft, what, and come to a number and say, if you've got 10 people insuring for this, the price can be this, right? And that plays a big part of insurance, because if we don't do that, if we don't price our products correctly, we can be outpriced in the market. And majority of people entering the space precisely don't understand that. And that's why I said, let me explain the issue of pricing. Pricing in insurance is very important. If you don't price correctly, you can be out of the game, right? And you could get into all sorts of trouble. But the reason why I highlighted that, it was because I just wanted to speak about the amount of qualifications that are available there. Smooth spoke about when we started earlier on, what are the careers that are available in the insurance space, and a pricing analyst is one of those special qualifications that are available in fintech. But let's go back to, because we're still talking about broker and GI. So I've said to you, once you build a certain amount of money, you've got operational ability, right, to do so. You would then apply at the FSCA. You would fill in a form to say, Solved is now ready to become an approved financial service provider. They require from your financials. So the FSCA wants to see that Solved is a business that's got financial statements, how much money you're making, how you take care of your money, and it must be audited financial statement. It's a big audited financial statement. If you're applying for the broker license for the first time, they would require a business plan, because they want to see what is it that you want to do. What are your plans? What are you projecting you're going to move? Because every FSP must have what we call financial soundness, right? You must have financial soundness, and you must have you must also have operational ability. Then you fill in that form. Another thing that they require for me is a compliance officer. Because the industry is regulated, and that's why majority of the people, I always say to anybody who wants to come into the space, build yourself up to a place where you're building enough for a commission. So come in as an agent or come in as a JR. Work under a friendly FSP who will allow you to grow, who will allow you to build up a recurring commission, so that you can produce financial statements, so that you are able to have money to operate your business. You can pay the officer right out, you can pay your compliance officer, because the compliance officer is not a free fee. And then what you also need, we call them key individuals, right? So for a small FSP, you yourself can become a key individual, especially if you've been working within the space, right? Because everybody who becomes an A2 or a JR will register you at FSCA, and then you get what we call a buffer date when you started working. Because from the day you start working, you start building your experience within the insurance space. So all of the things that you need, financial statements, we fill in the form, you need a compliance officer, you need a KI. Those are just the base 4 minimums that you need. And remember that KI and that FS and that compliance officer, you're going to pay on a daily basis. Then you would say to me, Makalo, what is the advantages of me becoming a broker? The last thing about a broker when you work with the insurer, I must say this: a client or anybody who's paying a premium belongs to the insurer. Yeah, let's see. I think what I'm makosa masha abantu abadala basikile bayithanda lento esenza ngoba sifundisa abantu ukubaluleka komshwalense. Nomshwalense ubaluleke kakhulu ngoba every month wathi uyabheka abantu abaningi who make up the insurance industry, it's majority abantu bakithi, the car insurance, the funeral insurance, all types of different insurances, right? And that's what I want to us to speak. We can never finish everything on one day, but I want us to touch on something later on. So it's important. So you build yourself into a level of a broker, right? Broker is just a rest. You're managing commission that's coming in. You're paying for your compliance. You're paying for your KI. You're paying for commissions to JRs that you have, to agents that you have. You're running a proper business. And majority of the people that don't want stress would end up on a broker level. The broker level then affords you quite a number of opportunities. You could be, and we call them intermediaries.
Yeah.
You provide what you call intermediate services. So what I basically mean about that is that you can do what we call just the advice. And advice is simply you sell, we're paying 20% or 25% commission for selling. The other option is that you could say to the insurer, look, I want to grow in the space, I want to do administration. And what do you mean? So no, I want to, when the application forms comes in, I want to hit them, capture them on the system. When the customer wants to claim, instead of coming to you, I want the customer to come to me. I want the customer to come to solve. And then I send it to you, the insurer, right? And now I'm performing a function called administration.
Yes.
So there's two types of income now I get. I get the income for selling, which is about anything between, depending on the products that you sell. But because today we're speaking about FINRA, and be anything between 5% all the way up to 25%, or even up to 34%, depending on how you do your pricing. And so you've got, let's just give it a 25%. You've got 25% for that I sold the product, and then you get 9% for administrating. What have I done administration now? Made sure I fill the applications, I enter the system, I process claim, I do customer service when the issue. So I've taken that function away from the insurance. The insurance says, Makalo, for solve, because you have done this RLP 9%. So if you look at your income, 9 plus 5, now you're generating 34% of the premium that we're deducting. So I want everybody to know, if you are paying for a funeral cover, and the funeral cover is 100 rand, 34% of that money is going to paying commission and administration. The rest is what we give to the insurer to take care of. That is part of your insurance, and it's regulated, and that's what it is. But those are the type of things that you can do as a broker that allows you to think of.
What is an underwriter? That's fine. We can have a sip in the meantime. So until that time, plus the podcast is here, we're not on radio, so you can take your time. So what is an underwriter?
So underwriter is basically, underwriter is the person that secures the risk. Remember I said in the beginning that insurance is about insuring the risk. All right. So I'm taking a policy because and our funerals cost us 30,000. So I want to secure that risk. So I go into the market and say, I've got 10 people that if they die, I am responsible for it. And I want to make a mental note. Guys, insurance, there's what we call insurable interest. That's what we do as insurers. We say, what is the insurable interest? Because you understand that this space can be opened up to manipulation. So you can have 5 people that stay down the street and you can underwrite them. Yeah? Because you want to, and when they die, you want to have money and you are treating this thing as an investment. No.
Insure abantwana bakubo rama relative wakubo na kata obapoli secure ukuthatha training.
Yeah. So insurance is what we call insurable interest. Yeah? So it means that I insure people because if they die, they become my cover. But if I insure people that when they die, they don't become my problem, then you've taken that out of the space of insurable interest. And the insurers can come for you if they want to, right? Because you have treated an insurance policy like an investment. You can buy investment policies. So exactly what the woman was doing. She was insuring family members, right, for life covers. But there was no insurable interest there. Because insurable interest says, if you die, I personally must cover the cost. And because I won't have money to cover this cost, I'm going to take the insurance on your behalf. and cover me so that I don't get infected. Then we call it an insurable interest.
Oh, we are able to do that. I didn't know. So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know, in terms of like the relationship between funeral parlors and insurance companies, and he's the underwriter there, the parlor.
Okay, so funeral parlors are, for a lack of a better word, you would call them brokers.
Oh,
so funeral parlors will give, they say, we will bury you, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some things. If you calculate that whole thing, it will come up to 30,000 or 50,000. They will take that 50,000. That 50,000 is called cover amount. Yeah? And they would go to the insurance company. They'll come to solve. When they'll say, we've got clients, they want to come for 30,000. We'll say, for the client, they must pay us 200 grand for 30,000 grand cover. So when you die, the insurance company puts the claim to me as solved and say, Mabuya Kubi has passed away and it was covered for 30,000. We paid the cover, we paid 30,000 to the insurer, provided that you, as the claimant, have said, I'm doing undertaker claim. Let me educate people. Let me educate everybody sitting at home. There is no funeral parlor in this country where you are paying a premium every month that must force you to pay it. Not single, not even one. If you take a funeral, whether it's a burial plan or master website, and it is underwritten, which means there's an insurance company there. If you don't want to bury with them, we don't have to. You can do what we call it first claim. What most people do, parlors, and it's business, and I understand, right? They make you sign what they call an undertaker claim. So when you're busy processing, you're signing the money gets paid to them and they do the service from it. And majority of them, and I'll talk about this regulation maybe in our next episode.
I just invite Alendota for the next episode. No, but
We got 10 classes.
No, but I totally agree, because we would love to have you back. Because I know after this episode, we're going to be, we're going to get a lot of questions and a lot of comments from people.
yeah.
And then Nami, I was actually about to ask you, we would love to also have you again, because I want us to unpack it into beginners Masterclass 1. It's different segments here. Masterclass 2, Masterclass 3, maybe like we'll shine around, even if it's just once a month, it'll be nice. We'll continue.
So what generally happens in the undertaker space or the funeral parlor space? Because but people must find a way to do it, right? So where last move, you find that if you're reliable, the actual cost if you come with cash, but of mobile 15,000. But multi policy now, they underwrite you for 10,000. When we jump into the casket, Tony Motors 2, Tony Nana, only at time, Tony Klaus. I want to shit. Yeah, but it's like cool. When you go and claim, backside the form, you know you're crazy. So you don't check those forms. So you assign and assign. You sign over that the 30,000 must be paid to them. So they recover their 50,000 rent, cost, do the funeral, and they make a profit on the 15,000.
Yeah.
We then answer.
It's your asshole, bro. So what do you advise ordinary South Africans?
Look, so I don't want to paint funeral parlors as bad people. They're in a business, like, so it's important when you procure and funeral insurance. What are you buying? And some of the funeral parlors are fair enough to tell you, if you pay 200, you get a coffin, you get what. So they've sold you what we call a burial plan, right? And that's why they don't put what's the cash amount, and which is wrong by legislation. When they say we're going to give you 4 cars, they must quantify that with the cover amount, because at claim stage you can always decide to say, okay, I don't want any of these things, I want 30,000. We have to educate the public.
So do you have that choice?
You have the choice all the time. Okay, I don't. If you go to any funeral parlor and say, show you, and they tell you we can't give you money, because section you when I watch it police none. If you don't want, you can report those people to the ombudsman.
What is an ombudsman?
So ombudsman is sort of like it's a regulatory body that wishes to put other points.
So why you complain about Google?
And now insurance by Shire.
And the ombudsman, it's all industries, right?
All industries. Okay. So at the end, we make the details available for ombudsman insurance.
Maralaba insurance was strict, ne?
I by Shire.
So why can't we penalize the car?
I by Shire.
Nangabe mklambi take advantage of its clients.
That's very shy. And then else with the about for it to feel part was one match. But we need to make the clients available. They can't force to do a better with if we don't that. Unless you've done what we've called a prepaid funeral.
What is a prepaid funeral?
So prepaid funeral falls out of the insurance space. When that's what to give it I want a prepaid funeral back quote about 10,000. Must okay, 10,000 is about 5,000 for the next 6 months and for the next 3 months. You've paid for it in cash. You've given the parlor. You said, parlor A, yes, by money.
In advance.
Then they put it in an account to wait for you to die. You can't then go to them and say 50,000 rand out. Because you've actually bought the actual funeral.
Whatever interest that 30,000 is incurring, you are not liable for that interest. When you total 30,000.
Depends on the contract that they sign.
Okay.
Some of them are fair enough to accrue the interest to but it depends on the contract. But that falls out of the service. It's like you going to buy the shop price. You think it goes there 50,000 but we cut 10 years down the line. So it's outside of the space. But that's what other partners. So back to broker. Let's be aware. Right.
Continue.
Yeah. So within the broker space, we've got what we call, and I'll elaborate on this. And because Namhlanje is separate and you since over.
Yeah.
The overview.
Yeah.
The space for, as I said, intermediaries that sell. The space for intermediaries that do administration. And I'll talk about the power of administration, because there's always this question: should be who owns the book? It's the biggest question you can ever ask. When we say who owns the book, we're talking about the client, right? So brokers believe they own the book. Brokers don't own. The book is owned by the insurer.
Let's simplify it, because I'm one of those people that represents ordinary South Africans. As you guys would know, on my episodes, I always ask from a layman's perspective.
And what is the book? Okay, so Salt is now a broker and underwriter with Insurance X.
Yeah.
And they sign the stands and they get commission on the stands every month. And they've signed 10,000 clients. And Insurance X says, and then Solved and Insurance X, they start to fight. Because one of my mentors said, you must always get into a business relationship with clearly defined divorce terms. So that when the time for divorce comes, it's easy. Then the insurer says, hey, these are my clients. The insurer is correct. The clients belong to the insurer, because the insurer assumes the risk. But the broker is equally correct by saying the clients are his, because he went out and market the clients. He said it's the client on behalf of the insurer. So how I like to separate, I say the broker manages the relationship. He's the face. Né? He's the face of the, and like you say, spokespeople are not the company. They represent the company. But ultimately, the customer belongs to the underwriter.
And just to clear the air, for those that say, I'm just the spokesperson. No, I am the company. And the civil guy,
well, I am a fire.
Azamisho with the
I am a fire.
Azamisho with the
I am a fire.
I'm just the face.
Well, so I'm a fire.
You know but you know my Krotman and my
No, man, that's smart.
No, cool.
So, and then you would ask me, because now,
Yeah.
so how would you protect yourself as a broker? Let me tell you, as a broker, if you're not collecting the premium, you are not in charge. He who collects the money has the ultimate power. So, if so is a group, and next time we'll talk about self-captives and how you can have the. If so, as a group, is doing administration, and part of that administration they collect the premium, and then they pay it over to the insurer. So it's with power.
Can the broker share the book with the underwriter or the insurer?
No, you can't share them. And let me tell you why I say
Are you saying the book is always owned by the insurer, always, or the underwriter?
underwriter.
Are you serious?
Because the underwriter who says, I assume the risk. The risk doesn't sit with the broker.
So if I'm working so hard, so what are ways to make money as an entrepreneur? Building my own, saying, okay. Says, can you let my broker? No, we're still in it. There's no school. What is a micro insurance? I let you spoke about an insurer. What's the difference between an insurer and a micro insurance company?
Okay, so
And an insurance company.
okay, so they become. Yeah, I'm going to just his calculator. He's going to explain the next time. We could down nicely. So a broker. Let me start there and move from there. Let me give you the steps. So it's agent, JR broker, self-captive / micro insurer.
So self-captive is the same as micro insurance.
Yeah.
Self-captive and a micro insurance is the same thing.
Well, it's not the same thing, but it performs the same function.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I say it's the same thing. A self-captive says, look, I'm a broker now.
Yeah.
I collect your premiums when you, I pay them over to you, I pay your claims, I perform the functions, because as a broker you can sign the four, what we call the four binder functions. So you can collect premiums, you can pay claims, you can do policy administration, and you can sell. Right? And then I say, I want to be a self-captive. What's the difference between a broker that does four binder functions? The difference is that the broker does not share in what we call insurer profits. So Mtasakaya, when you pay a premium every month, a certain portion of that money is investment. Let me use funeral as an example. Abantu, they die. Who? Funerals in South Africa. Between May to August, Zakat. I know Zakat.
Are you trying to tell me that in South Africa, August,
Yes, Zakat.
people bury the most?
Zakat.
I would think December.
Good. December, the claims are at their lowest.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not tuning your dollar in your show. I'm pushing for you. You got in there. So let me tell you.
Yeah.
So under insurance companies, there's what we call it a claims experience.
Yeah.
Claims experience speaks to how we price the product. So we look at how many people claim, né? versus what we collect. So let me get an example with a small insurance company, and I want to mention them. They collect about 42 million a month, right? And so that is us and just like person. Yeah. Yes,
Oh, did you read it, man?
yeah.
But that's clean. That's it.
No, it's not claims. It's premium.
Oh, premium income.
They were doing very well.
What's your baby's on? Rate of? What's your baby's on? Only 42 million. What is?
Free.
Okay, so the connect to 42 million does not mean Basana pay 42 million worth of clients. I'm talking about Basana pay more, maybe double that.
Right? No. 42 million is the premiums collected.
The company collects 42 million every month.
Yeah, and there's a small insurance company.
So the big one.
The big ones.
What?
Every month. What?
No, the next episode we must invite my friend. We must invite my friend from stand-up style when I was invited to my friend for our friends like that.
We must bring everybody. Constantia, they must come. Outsurance, they must come. All out, they must come.
Actually, a nice case study would be 360 Meals under Turi before.
And that's a black gold company, right?
In the company, yeah. With a nice school, bro. And because it's a big insurance company.
Insurance?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay all free. So listen, like an insurance company that's collecting 42 million is a small company.
How many clients do you think it has? Do you think it's got over 1 million?
So no. You look at about at 42 million, you look at about 100,000.
Oh,
So that's like at 100,000 rand, and then they probably give you a policy of maybe 350 a month.
No. Yeah, well, average policy working around
42 million divided by 350 roughly, or 350. Let's divide it by 100,000.
Oh,
Premium, no?
Wow.
Okay, divided by 350 per month. That's 120,000 clients.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
but 120,000 principal members.
Principal then.
So you take that 120 and times it by 7 average. That's how many people are covered.
Yeah.
So do them.
Because each person covers their family.
Yeah, I want to talk about another point.
So 120,000 times?
Times 7.
Times 7.
Right? How much here?
That's 840,000.
Times 30,000 per person.
Times 30,000 payouts. That's I don't even know. Is this 25 million or what is
1 million is 18 million.
252 million?
So that insurance company is what we call an insurance that
Isn't this 2 billion, bro?
no, it's not.
Or is
I don't know then.
Finit is a 1,000 videos.
So but that's what we call the insurance liability.
yeah.
Insurance liability say I've taken a cover to X amount and I'll pay X amount. So but we'll talk about that the next time. So the difference between a broker and a self-captive. A self-captive basically says, I now want to be an insurance company, I don't have a license. Then insurance company says, you can use my license, but you must pay certain fees, right? And I think that the guys that put the best self-captive in the market is Asuper. And I think we must have more.
Asopol Insurance.
Yeah,
We had to have Asopol.
yeah.
Because I remember the late great that the Ibrahim Masiyala was with us. I think he was one of the
So my view, they've got the best self-captive deal in the market.
They've got the best self-captive deal in the market. That's Asopol Insurance.
Yeah.
Looking forward to having you guys.
But I think, and then the biggest self-captive insurance is Cadres.
Okay.
So majority of people that are running self-captives are corporates.
That's why most of the time when they need estate labor, what's in density? What's your general?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Hotel stay, right?
Yeah. Not state.
Because whatever my way,
It's my way. It's one life.
Auto in general. Because I think they're all under auto in general.
Yeah. Auto in general was the first company. Then they did one life. One life is a mess.
That's why I meant you got by a guys almost.
One life is massive. And they've got also the My Way. And My Way is over 1 billion rand trillion collection company, right?
Not chat.
No, it's not that. That's why they think.
I was raised an ambassador back in the day in my still. Sorry.
You know what would be nice?
Company called Unlimited.
Yeah.
I think they're in KZN. At that time when I was their ambassador, and this is like over 15 years ago, they had already over a million members, over 1 million monthly paying members.
Let me tell
So if he's saying a company is collecting over 40 million a month with just 120,000 clients, imagine a company that had over 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that had over 1 million. 1 million premiums collected every month.
I'm about to be mad. Like, so you're saying 1 million, and then on every
So, and I remember them, they had done a deal also with some telcos at the time.
Yeah.
You would buy their program and they would also give you, every month they would just give you, I think, free, obviously it's not free, they're working in.
Yeah.
At time, I think 100 rand. I think they had partnered with one of the telcos.
What?
So let's say roughly 100 rand times 1 million members. That's 100 million.
Guys,
Every month, 100 million every single month, ladies and gentlemen.
let me tell you, next time when I come, bro, I like to my board. So what I might, they show you,
Teach us properly.
yeah, to you proper. And I was saying, 42 million is a small insurance thing.
This is monthly.
Yeah, Mike. It's a small number. It's welcome. And I think they've done extremely well. They're going through challenges, but they've done extremely well, right? And I think
It's a black-owned company.
black-owned. Seeing, and they've done well, in my view. 42 million rand is not child's play, right? And I think they've done extremely well.
So that's like $1 billion per annum.
Okay, almost. Half a million.
It's almost $500 million. Sorry, yeah, that's like $500 million per annum.
I guess you and I are getting into the insurance business.
Listen,
This man is already studying his. It's solved.
let me tell you.
Me and you, we just gonna have to reach onto it.
What did I say?
So that's 42 million ton from. So yeah, that's $500 million.
No, but to show you how powerful insurance, and so you asked me something about micro insurance.
Yeah.
Micro insurance was created for funeral parlors because funeral parlors have been doing insurance long time. They've been sold under license for a long time, but they don't have the license to do it. And that's why, I mean, guys, why do you think the funeral parlors in the townships are the bonus?
That's why they've got such penalty cars and money. That's how they're able to afford all these Mercedes Benz.
But they created micro insurance precisely for them to say, to get a license to be a what is this thing, a long-term insurer, the regulation is too much. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
So if you are a full-fledged insurance company and you are a long-term,
Yeah.
and you are required to keep X amount of some sovereignty, right?
Yeah.
But if you are a micro insurer, you are not required to keep the same amount of money as because the risk is only secured for 12 months.
Yeah.
So when I think the information is over me.
Yes. I'm checking here. Oh, it's a my lab. My lab. That work. My role model.
Yeah.
That's your man. He didn't just move from radio. He moved from radio to business, and he runs his own successful. Let me tell you, successful. I don't want to call it a Masnumabisali company.
Brilliant, eh?
But yeah, he's got his own funeral parlor. He's got his own clientele. He's just doing his own thing. He's doing really well in the business. Then that's your man right one time. Thank you for being the role model that you are. And thank you for being an inspiration in the radio industry. And I also want to give props to one of my former classmates. He runs his company called Noko Funerals. Noko. Yeah, they're in the pop. There's very popular ones. There's many. There's a popular one in Tembisa called Somtana. I don't know if Somtana is still around. There's B3.
Yeah, B3 got some.
B3 is
Let me tell you who's changed.
Yeah.
What that woman, what's her name? Is it non-food? Owner of the village. Oh,
It's the one. Yes.
You know that in the UK,
So we work together in
let me tell you, may so rest in peace this way. Yeah, may Zara rest in peace. Let me tell you. Let me tell you who owns Ikabolage. No, let me tell you what they call it in the UK. I spent him.
How? Ikabolage is also in the UK.
They do repatriation to South Africa. I didn't know. Yes.
I spent you.
Yeah, they call it ice meat.
It's started by a South African woman, black woman. Black.
Sure. Their strategy is quite aggressive because they open a number of branches. It's just done extremely well. I would hope that at some point you get into the space of insurance. And I understand her strategy. She says she is a funeral hauler, and that's what she has to master. But with a clientele that big, she could do what Doves has got. Yeah, literally own her own insurance company. So that's what Doves has been very rare. Doves own their own insurance company. And there's power in that.
So when you own your own insurance company, you also your own underwriter. So the risk lies with
That you get what we call insurer profit.
what is an insurer profit?
So will you pay? So let's make an example of this small insurance company of 42 million.
Yeah.
Out of the 42 million, let's say the claims come in and our expenses come in and they're all 7,000.
Yes.
20 million less.
20 million, yeah.
And then you left it 33 million.
22 million.
22. That 22 million rand in money market. Was that money going to generate interest? The interest that money makes is what we call insurance interest.
Mm.
Now that money, the FSCD allows you to discount
To the shareholders.
but wouldn't declare profit. But remember, you do that because in January, February, March, April, you will have some good money because the claims are there. It might happen.
The claims are ruining the entire industry.
Oh, yeah, of course. But, yeah, of course. So January, February, March, okay. June comes. And then you are collecting 42 million. But in June, we pay claims that are worth 50-20. That 10 million rand extra will come from the interest to me. So you start to build up reserves.
What are reserves?
So you got to, every insurance will have reserves. In the case that your claims become more than what you collect, then you must pull from your reserves. So that's why in December, when you collect 42 million and your claims are 10 million rand, you don't go below the 20 million rand as profit. You keep that money for rainy days because again, the season goes up and up. So very important. But I think we'll dive deep into this. I've said a lot of things today, and I think sometimes the information is a lot.
No, it's beautiful, man. Thank you so much for the visit, and I'm humbled to have you here. I'm looking forward to having you for another episode.
Well, I'll take a friend up.
Yeah.
With that boy, asset management, you'll be top reaching plan. Pension. Then the financial service space is massive. And there's people who are eating, they're killing it. Quiet about it. You know,
I mean, I just watched a recent interview from my number 10 in Dwap. Obviously, we're talking about politicians and deal scandals, whatever. But I was just listening to those figures that are just being thrown around, just the numbers, and I'm like, we mean that there is a okay. What about times in money I'm paying?
Yeah. So small. I think my ways is probably like 15, if not 10 years. It's more than 10 years.
I think it's more than 10 years.
Yeah, it's more than 10 years because I know we're pitching my friend for CEO and they are really taking it off. So it's about 16 or 17 years. So it brings my way of forming in the new class. Capitec was born in the new class.
It's a $1 billion company.
There's a lady I think you must come and meet you or from Capitec. I won't mention her. Literally, she was part of the people that set it up her own currency certificate. And they offered her a $1 million worth of shares. And she decided to take money, $1 million close.
At that time, how long ago was it? When did Capitec start, guys?
I can't remember.
That's hardly like 15,
When was it up and over at dinner?
Yeah, of what the shares will be worth now.
Yeah, she'd be worth around about 500 million. It's crazy, like. No, I killed God. I killed you not. My brothers and sisters, black people, we need to get into the financial services space. It's massive. It's massive. Tinasakala matachop. No, actually, when I go on next Masterclass, I wish I could come. Why? Because she's it's crazy, right? Because that share, $1 million cash. Because that share going so much.
I know, bro. I know. I mean, we all know about Capitec shares, bro. The founders are not billionaires.
Yeah. And then, Discovery is there. company started night. And that's the biggest,
Adrian goes the man. And Adrian go only owns what, like 9% of Discovery? Wow. 7, 8, 9%? Around there.
When does that say? Stop being obsessed about only 100% of nothing.
Asidvalelapho. Damnyabo. See you the next time. Mr. Makalo Mulidzwi.
Yes, sir.
But when you can say what the surname is opposite.
Close it down the next time.
Okay, I love you, my
No, I'm a South African coach.
How do we get in touch with you?
Jeez. I'm on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Makalo Mulidzwi.
No, I'm actually with the house.
Mr. Hustle on TikTok.
Yeah. Because you know with that from the pen.
Yes, sir.
No, I said, Chris against me. Makalo click me. Boy, to my t-shirt.
Bro, thank you so much for coming to inspire us. And thank you so much for laying it down for our audience. Sebon.
See you on the next.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the best to all of you all with all of your hustle. You've heard some inspiration right here. The numbers are crazy. Actually, the entire financial services space is crazy. I think that this year we'll be doing all sorts of different master classes. I love you very much, guys. Dango. Your last words.
Goodbye.
We're done, right?
No, I'm done.
Oh, you're done. All right, cool. That's fine.
Bye-bye.
We'll see them in the next episode. Love you guys.
Sure.